Hello everyone. Alright, so I am 5 months into my program. Today was my last class for pre-op gastric bypass. Is what I've decided on. Today I was at 221. So I lost a total of 8 pounds so far since I started. And I have like maybe 2 more pounds to go, like officially, to be at surgery weight. I have to be at 218 for surgery. So the doctor said that I should be able to get everything done, see her next time, and then from there we will get my fee for the program paid, and once that's paid I get to move on and see the surgeons. That's where she was pretty much getting at, is that next time we'll get to set that up. I also had a support group meeting for the first time, so luckily that's out of the way. I just have to do one like on my own, not through them. But today's meeting was pretty nice. It was basically battling your Thanksgiving and holiday cravings and how to deal with people saying, oh, have some more. Basically stuff that you're kind of already training yourself to do. So it's kind of pointless, but whatever for that. Like, as long as you're portion controlling and you know how to politely say no to people, even if they push. I mean, really, I won't have that problem just because I work on Thanksgiving. It's my grandparents and me, unless my aunt or parents decide to come in one of those weekends. Really no big deal, and they all know I'm trying to lose weight. So, last year I went to my now ex-boyfriend's house, and even then I don't think I ate all that much. Mostly vegetables and turkey. His grandmother made a really good broccoli salad. It was delicious, honestly, and I didn't think I'd like it because I'm not really into pasta salad or macaroni salad and potato salad. I don't really like those, but it was good and delicious. So basically that's what I ate last year. But like, if I did something like that again this year, like, even still, people can respect you for eating a little. They can say have more. You don't have to have more. Brush it off, no matter how many times they ask or tell you, or try to force food down your throat. So basically that was like the discussion of the class. We did have 2 people in there that had surgery. The one girl, she was like a few months out of having surgery. And she is looking pretty great. She does like lose weight stalls. She's like, that does happen sometimes. It's not that she's doing anything different. Like the nutritionist says, your body stalls out because it needs to get used to being the weight it is. But she had gastric bypass, the RnY. That's all they offer, is the RnY Gastric Bypass for that. And then they do like the dual switch or whatever it is. And then they do the sleeve. The other girl, she was a few years from having the sleeve done. She wasn't looking so good. She said she went back to support group because she slipped within the year. I think she's been slipping longer than the year, to be honest. Just because I've seen people's results between months and a year after they lose. And like, you can gain some of that back, like 20 pounds maybe at the most. But most people are able to keep it off, and she looked like she wasn't doing things properly. I think after a few months she probably started slipping. Maybe not as bad as she was, but it was kind of apparent that or she was really, really bad before. Not to judge anybody, I know everyone takes the process a little different, and it's easier for most than some. Like, you really do have to have the right mindset and make the right changes. Sorry, my dog's chewing on a bone. Yay, he's chewing on a dental bone. It's rare to get him to do that. So it's kind of nice to see, like, their point of view on things. Like, the one girl said she struggles with getting water down. It feels thick even though it's not. She said she has a problem with it. And the other girl who had it done a few years ago said the stuff like that goes away. So, like, I guess in a sense it kind of brings on some fears for some of us. Like, oh my god, are we going to end up like this girl who went through it a few years ago and just seems to be struggling? Or are we going to be like how the girl who's 2 months out, who has like the can-do attitude, the right attitude for it? I think as long as you know that you are going to lose weight, be persistent with it, you should be able to. It's a tool. Like the nutritionist said, this weight loss surgery is a tool. You have to work with it. You have to use your tool. So basically, like, from all the other YouTubers out there that have gone through the surgery, they say you still have to keep on top of yourself, be active, like any normal person who is skinny and whatever. They have a pretty active lifestyle, like, higher metabolism. And I guess to maintain that, you have to be active. You have to eat right and portion yourself. And that's what the whole pre-op process is for, is to kind of get you into that lifestyle. And then the surgery will help you maintain it and make it a little easier on you to maintain it. So there was that. Very informative. So I guess now I have ultrasound that's set up for not next week, the week after, the 21st, whatever that is. And I was so pissed off today because when I went in for my appointment, I showed up a half hour early. Like, I left a little early and I got there pretty early. Got there really quick. And so I got there a half hour early, checked in, went to the bathroom. It literally doesn't take me long to go to the bathroom. I was probably gone no more than 2 minutes. Came back. No one said that, like, they called my name or anything, so I'm assuming they didn't, because I still don't know. But I waited up until 2 o'clock when the class started. And I said, I have not seen a doctor. Like, I was here way before my appointment time, and I've yet to see a doctor. I was kind of pissed and anxious about it. I figured, well, maybe they're running behind, but I saw all these people that just walked through the door and they're getting their name called like 5-10 minutes later, and it's like, what about me? I probably should have gone up earlier, but just didn't feel the need to, considering that the class was starting at 2. I didn't want to be late for that class. Sometimes I get stuck in the office with the doctor. So, I did eventually see the doctor. I was so glad that I lost the 2 more pounds. At home, I kind of like vary between the 221 to 219. Sometimes it goes up to 224, but I'm maintaining more towards the 220 range than up. It's very rare that it goes up. And it's like, it's kind of nice to watch yourself and be like, okay, I'm gaining weight. I need to adjust. You can see it. And it's like, and I know when my body's ready to go through that change, it'll kind of fluctuate, and then it'll maintain on the lower end rather than the higher end. So, that's why I know, like, my body's like, okay, you're gonna lose weight. I mean, it'd be pretty bad if it was, no, you're not gonna lose weight, you're gonna gain it instead. That would suck. Because I've been trying really, really, really hard to monitor how much I'm eating. And I know they say, like, write down the calories, and I probably should be doing that, but I haven't been. I've just been like, okay, this is what you're eating for breakfast. You're not going to eat for another few hours. Here's a cheese stick. This is your snack. You're not going to eat until lunchtime. This is your lunch. It's kind of small or it's kind of big, or, portion it. Take it bite by bite. Slow down. Trying to make sure that I'm full. And sometimes I don't even get, I pack a yogurt or something, or, a side for my main dish. And I'm not even hungry to eat it. Which I guess is a good sign, considering, But it's I do still want to get that nutrition in from the yogurt. But I don't. I end up coming home and having to put it back in the fridge. But I notice, if I eat a light breakfast and snack throughout the day and watch, how I eat at lunch, I do a lot better that way. I'm getting small, tiny meals throughout the day kind of thing. That's starting to work for me, and that's something that never worked for me before. So it's definitely, my body's starting to change, and it's good. Because I think if I put too much pressure on myself to make these changes, to say, oh, you're going to work out every day, or oh, you're going to count calories, I think it's too much pressure. I think for me, I have to be mentally there. I can't force myself to think that way. I think it puts too much pressure on me. It makes me hungry, makes me anxious. And I think just over time, I'm okay, you gotta lose weight. Your appointment's coming up. We gotta focus on, losing weight. Watch what you're eating. I think mentally that way it works better for me. It has been. Past month, it's been working better for me that way. So that's how I'm taking it. And if I need to make changes, I will. I watch my scale frequently. I know sometimes doctors say, oh, you shouldn't. But when it's based on weight going to these appointments, it's based on weight to get the surgery done. It's something that I want to be on top of, even if it's just week by week. I want to be okay, this week was a good week. I lost another pound or another 2 pounds. Even throughout the week, my weight hasn't fluctuated, or it has been really bad. It's I want to be able to see that and see where I need to make adjustments and think about what I ate that day. Because I used to be the person that wouldn't remember what they ate for breakfast. Now a little more aware of what I'm putting into my body. And even today, at the grocery store, I walked around and I could have easily bought Tostitos or pizza pockets or whatever, and I kind of wanted to, just because they're quick and easy to cook, and I don't always have a lot of time to cook. But instead I bought ground turkey to make a shepherd's pie with. Because one of my health websites, my Shakeology, my Team Beachbody website, they have really awesome recipes, and I made the shepherd's pie before out of ground turkey, and it was delicious. So I found it. It was less sodium, less fat, nice, lean meat. And it was perfect. I'm okay, I'm going to make that shepherd's pie. Gonna do it again. I'm terrible at meal planning. And I want to get into it. I want to be able to shop that way. To where, okay, these are the meals I'm planning on doing throughout the month, or whatever, or the week. And be able to go and buy the food that I need and make it. Because the best thing about making these foods is that leftovers. I'll have something for lunch the next day. I won't go hungry. Because I notice I struggle if we don't have something that I like for dinner, and then comes the next day, it's well, what do I pack for lunch? I really don't want what we had for dinner again because I didn't really like it. I'm not picky. I just know what I like, and certain things get kind of old, like soups. Oh, I don't want soup. No, I don't want to have a protein shake for breakfast. I'm the kind of person that would eat anything for breakfast other than breakfast. I guess I take after my great-grandfather, who would have steak and onions every day for breakfast. I'm the kind of person that could have chicken, pizza, whatever's in the fridge other than breakfast. Every once in a while, I mean, I do like breakfast, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm that kind of person. So I noticed like a lot of things I bought. I bought an apple, pomegranate, grapes to go with my cheese sticks, which is great. Found these cheese sticks at Walmart. They make like a cheddar cheese, and then they make like a chipotle cheese, and I love it. And they're perfect little sticks, and definitely a lot healthier. So I guess that was like the majority of what I bought was really healthy foods that I can either eat with my lunch or eat as a meal. I didn't buy a whole lot today though. It's been a very exhausting day. The class today was about surgery. And they just basically went over like what they mean, like if you're leaking after surgery, and this is where you're leaking if you have this procedure done, and this is what happens, and you might need a feed tube if you're not getting your nutrients because you're leaking. And that's a little scary because like I had spinal cord surgery and I was leaking from my spinal incision, except that was a little different. I got an infection from the surgery. I nearly died leaking spinal fluid. But yeah, that's why I'm like, ew, leaking, not again. It feels awful. I mean, I went back to the emergency room and they put stitches in my spine where my incision was, thinking that'll solve it. Ended up leaking on the inside on that feeling. Like taking a shower isn't normal for me anymore. Just that feeling grosses me out. It's almost as bad as hearing the sound of Velcro. It's just yuck. Hate that. Sorry, I'm tired. I left the house at like 11:45, and I didn't get home until like a little after 7. So I'm pretty exhausted. It's been a very long day, and I have work tomorrow, and then I'm off for the weekend. Woo. So I still have to set up an appointment for the behavioralist, and once I get an okay for that for surgery, I should be good to go. Did I mention like the whole point of me talking about being late, or not being able to see the doctor was because I did that stool sample, and you have to freeze it. And I live an hour away to begin with. Well, over an hour, like hour 15 to an hour and a half, depending on traffic. And no one really told me like where I could bring this thing. So I was just told to bring it to my next appointment, so I did. And not being able to see the doctor right away, because God only knows why, they messed up somewhere. The sample was no good anymore, so I have to do it again. Yippee. But at least I learned like where I'm getting the ultrasound done, which is only like 45 minutes from my house, if that. Also will take the stool sample to have it analyzed. So that's good. I'll get that done. So I just got a few things to do. Let me see. I know this is like last time I just put to-do lists sometimes on them. I don't see the to-do list on this one. Oh, that's because it's not. It's a referral for the ultrasound, but they already called me and made an appointment, so that's good. But last time they gave me like a whole sheet of to-do lists, and now I'm only down to like 2 or 3 things. I guess that's it for now. I'll keep you updated if anything changes, any tests are done. My next appointment will be the 19th of December, so I'll let you know what's going on then, and when I can meet the surgeons. And another thing I have to do is get my finances under control and figure that out. And so that's on my to-do list, to email her, because I didn't have time to talk to her today. I was not feeling good after my appointment. Huge migraine, which hopefully after the surgery the migraines start reducing. I'm getting them pretty bad lately, and that happens off and on for me. Alright, have a good night, people. Bye bye.